First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the elders, the great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect and the sincere Akim, pushing his word, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Your brother Mayim coming to you with another lesson. Stumbled across this verse today, then I pondered on it and meditated on it. And this basically one of the best verses in the scriptures pertaining to uh, your endurance in this walk, man, and the mindset that you have to have when you put your hand on the plow. Because contrary to popular belief, the scriptures is about suffering. When you go to Islam, or Christianity, it's basically about having a beautiful life and prospering carnally. But when you follow after Yahweh Shai, you have to prepare yourself for a rough walk. Because guess what? The world gonna hate you. Scriptures talk about a prophet is not without honor in his own home. So that's why the Lord didn't do many works in his hometown, because the people that with that seat that saw you throughout your life not gonna respect what's coming out of your mouth. And also the demons gonna basically stir them to have controversy with you. So you're not gonna be able to be around these people that you came up with in the world, because your mindset is totally different. The things that you say out of your mouth is basically you're gonna slice them. Say that the word is like a two-edged sword. You say piercing and dividing the soul and spirit, bones and marrow. So the Lord is telling us right here. It is. Let me read it real quick. Job 38 verse 3. Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. So when you come to this truth, the scriptures talk about when you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, right? And make not haste in a time of trouble, right? Because the scriptures also speak about he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. So we have to be on the defense here. 'Cause everything is against us, except our fellow brethren that believe the same thing that we believe in. So we use each other for strength. And the world is saying you go back to back. So if you in a fight and you outnumbered, you and your brother got to place backs towards each other, so that way won't nothing hit them from the back and won't nothing hit you from the back. You see? So this we use our brothers to basically hold us up because the world is against us. Scriptures talk about the world hated you. Just know they hated me before it hated you. You know what I mean? The scriptures also talk about through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom. See? Scriptures also talk about in the world ye shall have tribulation, but in me ye shall have peace. But be of good cheer, because I have overcome the world. Now, going to this word gird in Hebrew is Izar, H247 Izar. Izar is I'm gonna go to definition D, to gird oneself for war. Because right now, coming to this truth, we in a spiritual war. See, some of us get sleep paralysis episodes. I just watched the brother's testimony from Mississippi, the elder brother in Mississippi. I forget the brother name, Salakia, but he made a video about basically a demon holding him down and biting on him. You see, so we have to gird yourself for war. How you do that? Meditate on these scriptures day and night, 365. What they say, 24/7, 365, right? Because the scriptures talk about the flesh lusted against the spirit and the spirit against the flesh, right? So all day long, your adversary, the devil, is walking about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Meaning that the flesh is always going to want to be on top. So you got to constantly be on point with meditating on these scriptures, so that way you can quench those fiery darts with the word. Because it only take one time for you to be weak for the devil to slide in and make you do something contrary to uh, these scriptures, man. So it says, Izar, to gird oneself for war. And in this truth, you on the defense more than me on the offense, because the scriptures talk about I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore as wise as serpents and as harmless as doves. So basically we gotta develop a defense where as though whenever we get hit, it's not really penetrating. So I looked up that word a strong chin in the Google. This is definition for a strong chin, meaning when you're a boxer, when you're in a fight. It said a strong chin in boxing refers to a fighter's ability to absorb power, clean blows to the head, particularly the jaw, without being knocked out or visibly staggered. Often, often called a granite or iron chin. This trait is a mix of genetics. See, the elect is going to have an iron chin. It says skull density, nerve response, a strong neck for stability, mental fortitude to withstand pain. Right? So you have to have the mental fortitude to withstand pain. And how do you build up your mental fortitude to withstand pain? By constantly meditating on these scriptures day and night. Let me get that Psalms, the first chapter, Psalms 1. Psalms 1, verse 1. It says, Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of the sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. So you got to be aware of wicked counsel. You got to observe the time when you're around these people in the world, and you have to be humble. Because another word for that, the word scornful, is to be exalted. So you have discernment about wicked counsel, discernment about how much time you're spending around people that's not in the truth. And you have to be humble, man. And this the verse right here, verse 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law doth he meditate day and night. See, we have to meditate on these scriptures day and night, even in our dreams. You have to summon the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to ward off demons that's fighting you while you sleep, because they never stop. See what I'm saying? The devil don't take a break. You know what I mean? He's always around. He's always jumping on people to try to poke at you and jab at you when you lay down and go to sleep at night. He's there too. See, so you gotta have a granite chin, an iron chin, a strong chin in this truth, man. You gotta be able to take a punch. Because every day you're gonna get punched on. It's gonna be a test for you to stay in the spirit, man. So you meditate on these scriptures day and night and understand that this walk is not gonna be easy. When you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. You know, it's not gonna be an easy walk. But the elect is gonna endure all hardship, man. Say endure hardness as a soldier, right? And also speak about letting go of the mortal thoughts and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. So the Lord is going to give us the ammunition and the defense mechanisms to basically ward off wicked thoughts and to absorb these blows with this water. See? So the best form of making your chin strong is meditating on these scriptures day and night, 24/7, 365. This is what we need in order to be successful in this walk. Because the many men that came into this truth that couldn't take a beat when they got punched in the chin, they basically got knocked out, went back into the world. Because you're gonna lose something when you come into this truth. Everybody suffer when you come into this truth. Everybody got a testimony to speak about what they lost when they came into this truth. You know what I mean? When you've been in this truth for a little while, I'm not saying that I've been in here for 1,000 years, no, but I suffered. You know, I suffered, and I'm still suffering. But what brings me peace and what brings me comfort is Yahweh Shai, man. He told us in the world you shall have tribulation, but in me you shall have peace. But be of good cheer, because I have overcome the world. As long as we keep that faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, we're gonna be good. So I hope this lesson is edifying. To the next time. Shalom.